You already know the drill. Hello, Miniators, I'm Andre Turner, and today... That was random. Well, anyway, this is the top 10. Well, I'm not gonna do the whole top 10 thing I mostly do. I'm just gonna do the whole clip by clip thing where I use my expressions to explain it. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, this is a top 10 thing that, and yes, I challenged my brother and his friend to watch, remember those two who helped me voice some characters in the Transformers, a Bridge one, and also I collided within my top 10 characters you don't want to mess with in media. Well, this video is basically about content, things. It's kind of an opinionated thing, but it's not about what things are bad or something like that. No. This is about some things I heard about, but there's two things going on with my head when I think about them. What I mean about that this is a top 10 about those cartoons, animes, and movies that are part of that I have some kind of a mixture inside. But when I mean about mixture, I mean a cartoon, an anime, or a movie where where one part of me really wants to watch it, but the other part just don't want to, or has a special or some certain thing that says I don't really want to watch it. But that again, there's two parts of those things. Either one is again want to watch it, but the other don't really want to. And my God, some of these, this is gonna be something that will really give a lot of dislikes, and you will probably get a lot of comments telling me, watch it! Well, with that said, these are the top 10 cartoons, anime, and movies that I want to watch, but the other side don't want to. Or you can just come up with a name, or you can just come up with a name. Let me see. The top 10 things I want to things that I don't want to watch in media. And yes, some of them, of course. But here's the thing, though. Some of them are actually something I actually watched, but my mind is saying, yeah, yes, there are some animes I have watched that is there, but I'm talking about how I want to watch them again. Some of them, that is. If those things happen, those places where those are there, I'm gonna first show a clip of the anime I'm talking about, or a cartoon or movie, and then, well, have it a try. So with that said, this is my top 10 things in media that I want or don't want, that I want and don't want to watch. Mean both at the same time, since you know what I mean. You already heard what I'm talking about. Anyway, with that said, here we go. Number 10. The Matrix trilogy. Yep, I heard a lot about the Matrix trilogy, and yet I'm mixed about wanting to watch it. On one hand, which is the one that I have the most leaning towards, is of the parts I have is I really don't want to watch them. They sound so, I don't know, I feel like not watching them at all. I feel like, because even though I've not watched them, I feel like that I'm in the same capillary on how they are. I feel like that I'm agreeing with the nostalgia critic, or Doug Walker, and and Phantom Snyder, and that's, while the effects and the action is good and the characters are just flat, the ideals are interesting. That's what one thing I can say that kind of is interesting, but the rest is just what character. Okay, there's characters here. What are their personalities? None. They don't even really. They feel like a motionless robot whenever I see a clip of the quote unquote movie, and feel like that there's just no emotion in the characters. Like, if you had a character with that when you have to picture a character, how do you depict him? Well, simple. For example, if he has anger, he's like, "Oh, for God's sakes, you have nothing to lose," or God, or something like sad. Or when they're sad, they're like, "Damn it, I just failed so right now. Why the hell did I do that?" But how should they not react? Well, in every time they're reacting, you should not have them like, "Wow, my friend just died. Great. I need to go there. Excuse me. Well, you have to shut up now, or else I'm gonna fucking beat you." No, that's not how you react. That's the feeling of a giant robot that just said absolutely nothing. Like, what? I mean, don't get me wrong. It sounds interesting, but one part of me, which the one that I'm most leaning towards, says I really not looking forward to watching them when I get to watch them. And the other part is like, well, I know you think that the Matrix movies are gonna be disappointments in your eyes. At least give them a try before you cast more judgment on them, before there's gonna be a giant wildfire in your comment sections, or maybe a giant dislike bar. Well, guess what? This is gonna be a most disliked video ever, because, well, guess what? There's plenty of other movies like cartoons and animes that has the whole thing. So, on to the next number. Number 9. Teen Titans Go. You know what? This is another one of those of the Matrix variety. Not in terms of things, but in terms of the structure and everything else. As you probably know from, I guess, 2 of my videos, I have watched the original Teen Titans, and it was a fantastic show. And what happens? They made a reboot, and it looks like complete trash. So in this case, a part of me really, with a lot of reallys, don't want to watch it. I just rather watch something that is unique. As in this case, I will not try to, I mean, just looking at clips of it just pisses me off without even watching the entire show at The only thing I know, there might be some good episodes in there, but the rest in my mind just don't want to get into it. I mean, if your one of your favorite nostalgic shows is Teen Titans, and you just happen to ask them, hey, do you want to watch Teen Titans Go, where the characters are, where just none of it appeals or something like that, or just, oh, the characters are just like the comic reliefs. Everyone is the comic relief, and the jokes are just kids for kids, and they try to be all hip and cool with the kids. I'll say no. Why would I watch that? That sounds like something that goes against the original Teen Titans. The original Teen Titans had good stories. They had good characters. They had character development. They had stakes. They had terrifying good villains. They also had good tragic moments. It showed how. It also had, again, clever writing and good jokes. The jokes are good here. It isn't, and also the animation is very good. What does Teen Titans have? Oh yeah, you just saw the intro a little bit. How does it look? No, it looks like trash. I mean, seriously, and most of the time they just use grown out jokes, and that's, well, I'm okay with kind of okay with grown out jokes as long as you can make them good. As long as they're good. The gaming can already explain how you should do a good gross out joke when he talked about his top 25 favorite SpongeBob episodes, along with the Rocket Pack or Rocket Lobster. I don't know what, but anyway, you can already guess that this just part of me again loads, and again it doesn't want to watch it, and the other part is like, well, can you at least give it some episodes a try? But that's it. Some episodes. I do not want to watch the entire thing unless I was in prison, unless I was forced to in prison. But that was probably make me more likely to go into an insane asylum just by the fact I just watched it. So yeah, don't give me the idea of watching this show ever. Number 8, Death Note. And yet another anime that had a lot of praise given to it. Yes, you heard me. There's a part of me that really don't want to watch it, but in this case, there's part of me that says, well, I really want to try to watch it out, give it a try. And another part says, well, and the other part is, I don't really want to watch it because it feels like that when I finally done finishing watching it, I feel like that I'm gonna be just disappointed at the end. And also, just like another, I really got spoiled. Already know the ending. Even though I've not watched the show yet. But again, sounds and looks interesting. It's about a book where you can just write a person's name and they die. And for some reason, people want this thing in real life. No! Those are psychopaths! You really want that? No! Don't do it! Don't! Ever! Just... No! By the way, this is fake. Not real. If you want something good or amazing to do with something, I don't know, but still I have that part of me that feels like it's gonna be a disappointment. But again, that's just one part of me. The other part really wanted to give it a try. Just please find me in a good mood where I want to give it a try, but I don't know when. Just please find me the right time. Just don't know when. Number 7. Magica. Remember when I said that some of these on the list is gonna be like a thing that I watched, but I have a kind of a bad feeling of watching it again. Well, this is one of them. And I can guess you already know that I already watched it since, well, if you look at my Let's Play channel and some of my videos nowadays, you notice that I keep saying one thing, and that is I blame on every time in this case, if you have watched my Bullet Storm Let's Play, you probably noticed that in the first part that I kept, whenever I die or something bad happened, I always blamed it on a character named Cube. Well, in this case, Cube is a character from Magica. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I've not watched it. I have watched it. But the thing is, for me, is that if I want to watch Magica again, there's a part of me that, you know, really want to watch it again. But the other part says, maybe watch it again, but with someone besides you. Because the anime for me, when I watched it alone, it just made me get a little insane. It was so weird and bizarre, and also there's also moments that I just was speechless, or other moments where I just reacted with a what the fuck? I mean, yes, I know. But yes, this is again just one of these animes where I just really want to watch it again, but I would want to watch it with someone at my side, so I don't feel like that I'm going too insane alone. It's like saying that, it's like feeling like that if I'm watching this alone, it feels like I'm just taking this thing and, you get it? Well, not really, that was just a horrible thing to say. I mean, really? It's not even real! But that's just me. Then, well, let's go on to the next one. Number 6! Oh, by the way, sorry if I used this clip just to show what I mean, but you're probably gonna get pissed about it. Oh, Disney remakes! Yeah, here it's a certain part where I say I definitely don't want to watch them. This is 100% no, not want to watch it, because I feel like the originals were so already good enough that I don't. Yes, I know people being angry over it's gonna be trash. Thing is, I know there's a lot of people who get pissed about it, but really, for what I've heard, they're just not as good as the originals. Yes, I know. It's well, you know, this is the short one I had to say, but really, I mean, there is still a little bit of conscience inside me that really wants to give them a try, but that's really little. That's a really little thing about it, and why should I? But anyway, let's just get to the next. Number 5. By the way, this is not going to sound like I'm cheating, but yeah, this is gonna get a little pissy-ish thing. Transformers Headmasters, Transformers Master Force, Victory, and Neo. Now this is kind of a little bit in terms of understand. As you know, on one hand, I'm like, well, it's Japanese, so I have to read every single line. I mean, seriously. And the other part is like, but the other part is like, well, it's Transformers. I mean, I grew up with Transformers Generation 1, and this is kind of a sequel to, and these three animes are kind of a sequel to that. Yes, it feels like I'm talking more of anime-ish now, but there's a really big part of me that really want to watch them. So, I don't know. I really want to watch them. I mean, I already seen the concept. Okay, one of the concepts is kind of weird. I mean, they're robots that turn into heads. I mean, the concept there for me is kind of mixed about it. I mean, it sounds interesting, but another part is like, well, it sounds like a robot that turns into a head, that gets shoved into a bigger body. Like, how is that? I don't know, but again, that's one part. The Master Force one, that really interests me. Or is it? I don't even know how to pronounce it, but what the entire show is called. But the only thing I know is Transformers Master Force, and I really like the concept of humans that get some kind of link between, that is, pretenders that can turn into, that gets, armor that can make them turn into heads, and others that turn into components to make those vehicles transform, like Gen Ride, because really, I really like the design so far of God Gen Ride. He looks awesome. That is what I think of when I think of if Optimus Prime had a human controlling him. That is amazing. So, and Victory sounds also very interesting to me. Just for the fact that it introduced Star Saber, or wait, Wing Saber. No, it's not Wing Saber, it's Star Saber, who sounds awesome. And Victory Leo, I don't know about Victory Leo, but and Neo is the continuation, which is the end of the whole thing, which later which again got a sequel, and yeah, that was Beast Wars, which I have watched, and I think it's good. Although I could have put it on this list, but this is now. This is not past me. This is not the. I'm not talking about past me. What I was like, oh, I don't want to watch. The part of me don't want to watch Beast Wars because of the awful animation. And I'm like, no. This is current me, and current me likes Beast Wars, and a little bit of Beast Machines. Even though for me it's kind of boring to sit through, but that's just me. The ending is good, as Diamond Ball says, but this is just those animes that, well, had that thing for me. Pokemon Sun. Well, here, this is a good reason. The reason why is because, well, I know you may be thinking, wait, what, Pokemon Sun? But that means you're meaning the entirety of the Pokemon anime. No, I'm not talking about entirety. Because I watched Pokemon since the original and up to Pokemon X and Y. And then this came, and God, I feel like I just want to burst like hell just to think about it. But again, one part of me really want to watch it because it's Pokemon, and another part don't want to. But that's all I can say about that, because I don't know how to describe this one. Number 3, Batman. yeah, well, I'm a Batman fan. I don't know. There's a part of me that really want to watch it, but a glimmer of things say well, why should I? But again, that I have a hard time talking about this one. This is gonna get slower and slower, and what I think about this, I don't know, but number 2. Number 2. Yes, number 2. Holy shit! The dislike button. The dislike button. It's getting wild. Because you know why? Anyway, let's just get to it. Number 2. You're probably gonna get a lot of dislikes when I have to say what in this case in terms of things about this. The original Neon Genesis Evangelion. Oh my god. Like, this is one of those that really tore me apart. This is the reason why this entire video exists. This anime, there's a part of me that really want to watch it. Since I heard a lot about it, and stuff, but there's a side of me, the other part of me, really don't want to watch it because it's so because from what I heard, it's so bizarre. It has flaws that, well, I mean, I watched the Phantom Snyder's opinion on the Neon Genesis Evangelion, and also I already kind of know the ending. I mean, the only thing I know is that, well, the only little I know about the ending is that the main character is jerking off in front of a person who's going to die, and that's pretty much it. But Jesus Christ, this anime just feels like there's a lot of this is the biggest split I'm in right now. It feels like I'm gonna split into two things, like this part, for example, just pretend this is one part of me. One part of me is like, ooh, I wanna watch. This part one says like, ooh, I wanna watch it, but the other part is like, no, don't watch it. It's so weird or something. Look, and yes, my brother is watching. I can guess he's watching. I know you're watching. But you're probably you and Nikolai's gonna be surprised that the fact that I have that split personality about this anime. But again, that's just something inside my head that says that. But anyway, on with the next one, with the last number. And the number one is Digimon. Now this one has been the one that I've been the most split about, just like the other one, about the most. Well, I could easily have put Neon Genesis Evangelion number 1, but I decided to go with Digimon because, oh my god, there's a big split here. Like, one part wants to, give it a try, but the other part is like, no, I don't really want to watch it. I mean, it's just a rip-off of Pokemon. Pokemon is so much better. Why should I even give Digimon a try? But again, that's one part of me. The other part is like, but the intro is good. I mean, the English one, and the concept is kind of, the story's kind of, for what I know, is kind of sounds decent, but just a giant split because I really like Pokemon. grabs me onto it the most. Also, it was also, by the way, I did not know that Bandai made Digimon, but yeah, already, in my opinion, Pokemon is. I like Pokemon more, but yeah, but there is part of me that really want to give it the cartoon a try. But with that said, this is the one that I'm most mixed about and want to watch or not watch. Want to watch. So yeah, this is basically the most randomest video I've ever made. I hope you kind of enjoyed this video, and if you don't, you might get out of here because you may not like this video in the first place. But I already announced the fact that this video was about my opinions. So with that said, I'm Andre Terminator, and I will see you next time, and I will blame Cubase for that giant dislike button.